All right, so pictured here we have a dapple dandy pluot that please excuse it, it really needs to be pruned, but there's a reason I'm not pruning it yet, and we'll talk about that in a different video. But for now, let's get started and I'll show you a couple grafts from last year. This is my Nectarine Graft, a variety that I don't know, quite recall what type it was, but you can see the graft union there. There's another Nectarine Graft here. So it's got a couple nectarines on it. That's from last year. Here's a mini royal cherry from last year. So I went around and I may have about 15 to 20 grafts on here, and it's probably 8 or 9 different varieties. So if you look there, that's a cotton candy apium, and it's pushing. We have Mariposa Plum. I'm getting a lot better with my labeling, the date and the variety, so years from now I don't have to guess what varieties they are. Here's a flavor grenade. That's a flavor grenade plum. And if you can see, it's really pushing. That date says February 13th this year. So these grafts are less than 2 months old and they're already pushing. Here you have fruit on a graft. This is a autumn glow apricot. Another Mariposa Plum. We have, let's see, a bark graft on a mini royal cherry and the royal lee. Here we have Flavor Delight apium. It looks like the mini royal there is taken, and those flowers there are the rootstock, the dapple dandy. So we should have a sweet treat pluary. Let's see if those took yet. Here we go. There's a sweet treat pluary, another sweet treat pluary. So as you can see, everything's taken this year. I'll do a separate video on why everything's taken. Here's a Persian green plum. It's about time to remove these clothespins as well. Don't want to suffocate the graft. So as you can see, there's probably more on here that I haven't showed you, but as you can see, we got a multi-variety tree. At some point I'll count all the varieties it took. Got a couple more grafts on my apricot and my nectarine that I'll show you, and we'll go ahead and end this video after that. So here on my apricot tree, I grafted a Santa Rosa plum. You see all this here? I actually need to pluck that so the energy goes into this graft. So that's a Santa Rosa plum. Still waiting on the royal lee and mini royal to push. Here's a autumn glow apricot. Here we have a Persian green plum. Looks like it barely pushed. And another sweet treat pluary there. And I also left off, I had a Lapins cherry on the dapple dandy pluot that I didn't show you guys. I think you get the point. So this one's a cotton candy pluary, and I'm not sure if that thing's gonna push, but we're in a not completely Well, it's actually not dried up, so we're just gonna wait and see if that thing pushes through for us. So this is my nectarine tree, and check this out. Right there you're looking at a royal lee and a lapins cherry, and it looks like the royal lee is already starting to produce cherries, but they both pushed and looking good. With a lot of these grafts, you have to give it a year or so, because sometimes they'll dry out, like this apricot that made it last year. So you're not in the clear usually till you get fruit, and sometimes that takes a while. So right here we have a mini royal cherry, and look at this sweet treat Pluary. Look how that thing took off. It's already producing. Pluary is a plum cherry. I'm not sure the percentage of each, but see, these grafted on January 29th. So it's doing really well. Let's see what else is on this tree. Did my Helen B peach. Oh, that's a royal lee there. That's a royal lee, and it looks like my Helen B peach did not take. I'm still gonna wait. This one doesn't look completely dry, so it means I still have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Here we go with another lapins cherry. We'll see if we get enough chill hours for that thing to make it once the graft takes. You look here, that's part of the graft. It's a little bark graft, but that's actually above the union, so I'm going to keep it. Alright, so that's my stone fruit update. Keep an eye out for the fig tree update. I grafted about 6 to 7 varieties of fig onto my white Genoa fig tree, so I'll do an update on that. Look for that down in the description. Alright, please like and subscribe, and I'll keep doing videos like this. Thanks.